Okay, we are back, and I believe we're finally going to start getting to the Quarian stuff I keep talking about. Hello to everyone, this is Mega Matcat, and we are picking up right where we left off in episode 31.
I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
My Mass Effect 3
Shepard.
playthrough. In regards to, the sudden spurt of video activity, it's sort of just complicated and everything, but let's just say I've been trying to keep myself busy after some recent events.
The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
Yep.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
It is pandering, but she's a freaking journalist.
Its allies.
No.
If I do my job, you won't. Commander, I've got some questions about the coup.
A lot of people give her a lot of flack. Jessica Chobit, the woman who plays Diana Allers, they gave her a lot of crap, but she actually does a fairly good job. Anyway, I skipped a bunch of crap.
You're not doing anything. I've got a few hours free.
And now we're going to have our little one-on-one with, first with Trainer, then with Allers, so.
Your cabin is gorgeous. I've seen apartments smaller than this. Oh, an actual shower. The faucets in the women's bathroom are crap, by the way. In any event, I thought you might be in the mood to play.
Yeah.
Chess.
From an earlier discussion about chess.
GUI interface, not nearly as much fun as real pieces. But I hoped you might give me some pointers.
The most exciting thing you can think of is playing chess?
Well, if you're not up for the challenge.
Try me. Ha! Oh, come on.
My word, Commander. It's almost as though you wanted to spare your pawns the indignity of living under my regime.
In real life, that tactic would have worked.
Well, in real life, one doesn't move on an 8x8 square grid.
That's true.
You know what I mean. The pawns are infantry. A good infantry line like the Krogan can take a charge like that.
That
But you're
reminds
thinking
me
like a
of
soldier,
joke.
not a tactician.
What's the difference between Commander Shepard and a Krogan? One is an unstoppable juggernaut of head-butting destruction.
And the other doesn't have a smart-ass comm officer to keep her in line.
Ooh, that's even better than the number of testicles punchline.
I'm glad you
I love these little bits.
Thanks. So, rematch?
Hell yes.
I like that they give these characters, some real humanity. Because otherwise, that's one of the things I didn't like about the first game. Was that it felt as
Trainer,
if
can you send
these were
Diana
almost
up?
like just,
She wanted an interview.
robotic dolls. They didn't have quite as much emotion. And then here's my interview with Aller.
I'm ready.
Or whatever her name is.
Commander, it's no secret that Council Space has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately.
You don't
Now
say.
Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
Cerberus has limited resources. This coup attempt was likely the best they could do, and it cost them a lot of money and troops. A little fear is understandable, but it can't paralyze you. They've failed as many times as they've succeeded.
Mostly because I
But
kill them.
humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short.
And I'm at the top.
How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten. Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
That's what I love about Jennifer Hale.
All right. Now a question from Thessia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties.
And I just love the facepalm because it's like,
Thanks
oh,
for your
not
time,
this
Commander.
crap again.
Diana Allers for battle space. Good night, and stay strong. Be careful, Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
I'm okay with that.
I think we're just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think?
Yeah.
Of course you did. Me and my big mouth.
Indeed, you and your big
I
mouth.
better
Now
get
shut
out
up.
of here before I send another wrong signal. See ya, Commander.
Yeah, this Commander Shepard is spoken for. Thank you very much. On a side note, I recently picked up the trilogy set for the PS3, so I'm going to do a complete series playthrough down the road, starting clean and using my new recording gear to get much better high resolution. Which, admittedly, that was one of the things about this, was its
Commander,
resolution
good
wasn't
news
as
on
good as
the
I'd like.
installation of that thermal pipe you got us.
I went right brilliant. Much better than we expected.
Darn right.
Told you it would.
It gets better. While interfacing through our ESO capacitors, our Miss Daniels here had an epiphany.
I wouldn't go that far.
She and Donnelly deduced some theoretical improvements to our capacitor design. Edie and I ran with it and documented our conclusions. Our core is too compact to apply our theories, but it could help the Crucible engineers. Give the word and they'll send the plans their way.
Darn right.
Do it.
Aye, aye.
Well done, everyone.
Optimize ESO
Anything,
capacitors.
Commander?
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Now, there is a big section I skipped here.
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder.
All propulsion systems are running off.
Excellent. I skipped a huge chunk of change where I was literally just faffing about the galaxy doing jack squat. So now we're going back to the CIC, and we're going to go ahead and start in on the Quarian missions, which is absolutely my favorite part of the game, and also hands down I think has the best payoff for your previous actions as well as your alignment, because you can either, there's a Renegade and a Paragon option that completely change the outcome. And I always thought that the game has it at its best when it plays off your choice of actions, the person you want to be.
The Crucible project received some new tech from the Asari government.
Awesome.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way.
There's something off about her animation there, because you can see her neck twist in like the most incredibly awkward way. Alright, and there's the Quarian ship. And this is where the game starts. An envoy ship from the Quarian race. I know how they developed that ship. They had freaking Tali. And she was on the original Normandy the whole time. I don't recall. Did I do a couple of... Oh yeah, I did a... I did a run to investigate other stuff. And... nothing. I'm out.
Faster than light jump successful.
That always freaks me the crud out. When I first played that game and the first time that happened, I just about crapped my pants. It's like, oh crap, monster, 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 run, 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 run. And just out as fast as you could. Once you realize how to manipulate it, you can actually, go through an area, scan for all the stuff you need, and then disappear.
A pleasure to see you again.
Admiral Ron.
Under better circumstances.
I'd hope for your support in the fight against the Reapers. What's going on?
17 days ago, with precision strikes on 4 Geth systems, the Quarians initiated the war to retake our homeworld.
Which was a clear violation of our agreement with the Council to avoid provoking the Geth.
A treaty violation is nothing compared to recovering our homeworld and advanced AI technology.
Your homeworld? You mean Rannoch?
Correct, Commander. 300 years ago, we lost our world to our own AI creations, the Geth.
Yep.
After we attempted to kill them.
We didn't try to kill them, Chorus. We tried to deactivate them. It wasn't murder.
You all were stupid.
No, it was murder.
Commander, the Quarians never intended to create a true AI. It was an accident.
Which you chose to correct by trying to kill them.
Don't
Admitting we were wrong would undercut the justification for this suicidal invasion plan.
Yep.
You're throwing yourselves at the Geth? Again?
And this time, we may have destroyed our people for good.
We'd driven the Geth back to the home system when this signal began broadcasting to all Geth ships.
The Reapers.
Under Reaper control, the Geth are significantly more effective. Our fleet is pinned in the home system. If we're going to win, we're...
Win? You insisted on involving the civilian ships, Admiral Gerrel. We need to retreat or we'll lose the live ships.
Where's the signal coming from?
Here.
A Geth dreadnought.
It can outgun anything we've got, and it's heavily defended.
That thing is
The
huge.
Normandy's stealth drive can get us in undetected. I could board, then disable the Reaper command signal.
Yes. Cutting off the signal should throw the Geth into complete disarray.
And while they're confused, you get to a mass relay and retreat.
Good. Our civilian ships have seen too much fighting already. Are you certain you can disable the signal?
We'll get you out of there safely, Admiral.
Our newest Admiral has also volunteered to offer technical expertise.
Yeah. Guess who's back?
Normandy, reporting for duty.
Tali's
Glad you could make it, Tali. Admirals, already a team to hit that dreadnought.
Thank you, Commander.
Tali is my absolute favorite among them. Of the crew, I mean.
It's mostly a formality. I'm an expert on the Geth.
That you are.
I'm glad you're here.
If I'd known it was this bad, I would have come sooner.
You've had your own troubles. I'm sorry about Earth. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy. If you can help us, we'll hit the Reapers with everything we've got. Or however much is left from this stupid war.
Even she thinks it was
Thought you'd
retarded.
support the invasion.
No. After talking to Legion, I thought maybe there was a chance for peace.
So why help them?
I'm an Admiral. People look to me for guidance. Public disagreement would divide the fleet.
I'll get your people out of here safely, Tali.
Thanks, Shepard. And just so you know, I need to keep things strictly business in front of the Admirals. If you'd like to catch up, let's talk somewhere private.
I would indeed
Sure
like to
thing.
catch up.
I'm ready to hit that dreadnought whenever you are.
Awesome. Having Tali on the team was always something I enjoyed. Although she does not join your team in this game, I think. Guys, been so long, hasn't it? But Tali was always one of those characters that I really liked having around. And I also think she's one of the most well-written characters in the series, with probably the best character arc. So, what did I do? I believe I made one trip to the Citadel before I left. Which was just a quick run to take care of a few side missions, so I left it in. Boom. I know I've said before, but I just love the concept of the technology of this world. Particularly the fact that it makes sense when it actually is laid out logically. The best way to accelerate an object is not just to make it go fast, but to reduce its weight, especially in space. Light object plus high velocity equals, massive acceleration. Now, whether it would be, capable of light speed is something else altogether, but the theory does have merit.
Commander.
That's right, I am the commander, and if you argue with me, I punch you or shoot you, so don't fight. Although ironically I play as a Paragon, there are times when I'm thinking, I should so renegade your face. So, there's Tali.
That dreadnought is tearing through our fleet. Let me know when you're ready to hit it.
So what about Legion?
It returned to Geth space after you turned yourself into the Alliance.
Oh.
And you haven't seen it since?
Legion and I sent a few messages. I was hoping we could try negotiation. But I was outvoted 3-2. Admiral Chorus was the only one who believed it would work.
Any idea where Legion is now?
Nope.
No. In our last message, it told me that the Geth were having trouble reaching consensus.
And then nothing?
Maybe it was fighting the Reaper takeover? Or maybe it didn't want to give intel to an enemy. I could have warned it about the invasion. I didn't.
You'd have been betraying your own people.
Yeah, probably.
I never wanted to be an admiral.
How is it being back with the fleet?
Right now, it's exhausting. I'm an admiral in the middle of a war.
Yikes.
I just want us to get out of this alive. Everything else can wait.
When this is over, I could use your help.
Yeah, I
can't.
wish he could.
If we survive this, we'll have a homeworld. My people need me.
You could help your people's homeworld by fighting the Reapers.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm not thinking that far ahead yet.
How did the war with the Geth get started anyway?
Yeah, I'd like to know.
Admiral Zen developed a scanning countermeasure that interferes with Geth active scans. It's like a flashbang grenade. It effectively crippled the Geth ships in combat. My fleet couldn't pass up the chance to attack.
Could we use it to fight the Reapers?
It only works against the Geth, unfortunately.
Great.
Their AI lets them use extremely detailed LADAR pings. Zen's countermeasure overwhelmed them with garbage data. And it's useless now that the Reapers have upgraded their processing power.
Great.
So how did you end up back with your fleet, Tali?
When the war started, the Admiralty Board asked for my help. I had more recent contact with the Geth than most of my people. They hadn't filled the spot on the board left by my father. I was invited in.
So she took her father's place.
It's just a technicality. I'm far too young to be a real admiral.
Don't sell yourself short, Tali. The board needed your expertise. You needed the authority that comes with rank.
Talk to you later, Tali.
If you want to catch up in private, call me up here.
Commander Shepard.
I like that they still respect you. You'd figure that after the Cerberus thing, they'd be a little bit more reluctant, but what can you do? Okay, so I don't remember if I cut out anything here. I think I didn't. Yeah, here we go. I think I'm gonna call Tali to my cabin to catch up. Yeah, we're barely halfway through the video and there's still plenty of time to go into the Geth fun. Pardon me. There we are.
Tali, I'm free if you'd like to come up.
I'll just be a moment.
Yeah, like I said, Liara and Tali are two of my favorites along with
Thanks for
Garrus.
asking me up. I couldn't talk freely in front of Ron.
You okay?
No, I'm really not. 17 million lives are riding on me. And I don't know if I can save them.
You're doing everything you can. If the fleet falls, it won't be because of you.
Yeah, it'd be
I
because of
helped
the
my
other
father.
idiots.
And Zen's ideas, the new tech that made an invasion too good to pass up, that's based on my father's work. If they die because of me, if I don't...
We'll get them out of there safely, Tali.
I couldn't do this without you, Shepard. I feel like I'm bluffing, trying to convince them that the Admiral's daughter knows what she's doing.
Not the Admiral's daughter. The Admiral.
She
I know.
forgets what she
And at
has
least now,
survived.
I can push back against the worst ideas. That's why I accepted the position. And because of you.
Me?
When they offered me this position, I asked myself what you'd do. I thought you'd take the chance to make things better.
I probably
That
would.
probably sounds stupid. It's just, I know I'm not really qualified for this.
You're doing fine, Tali. And thanks.
You know, she keeps
I should
forgetting.
get back before the
We
Admirals
beat
get into
Sovereign
trouble
together.
again.
We beat the Collectors
I'll talk
together.
to you later.
If anyone's qualified by this point, it's her. Really? Oh well. So, did I start to modify my equipment here? Yeah. Recon hood, mnemonic visor, Securitrail helmet. That's such a goofy thing, but the bonus stats you get are so worth it. Yeah. I prefer the shield boosters more than anything else, but ammo capacity. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Again, if anybody's wondering what's up with the purple, it's one of my sister's favorite colors. So, and since the female characters I play as are usually based on her, I always use purple as part of the outfit design. Carrying too many weapons will increase cooldown, effectively slowing how often you can use your powers. Which for a soldier isn't a big deal, but for a biotic is a major pain in the rear. Alright, so I think it's time we got this rolling.
Commander?
Alright, trainer. I think it's time we got this rolling. Well, what the heck now? I keep forgetting how much stuff I did. As Yahtzee would often say, there's an awful lot of faffing about in this game. Swear to God, it's like, if anyone's ever played Assassin's Creed, those games are like 80% just bullshitting about. And like 20% actual story missions and gameplay. Which admittedly isn't bad, but...
Shepard, the fleet is under heavy fire. We need to hit the dreadnought.
I'd like to know about your patrol fleet.
In peacetime, the patrol fleet managed navigation, internal security, and intership conflicts or crimes. Now, we mostly guard the heavy fleet's flank. It's mostly light frigates or fighters.
Tell me about the civilian fleet.
Our civilian ships, medical vessels, and life ships. Admiral Chorus coordinates them, though individual ships' captains still have power. In peacetime, they made up the bulk of our fleet. Now, our strength would even give the Turians pause.
Tali said you had the largest fleet in the galaxy.
Probably.
The Turians have more dreadnoughts. Their overall military force is larger than our heavy fleet by far. But before we began this war, we jury-rigged every Quarian ship in the flotilla for battle. Even our live ships have cannons.
That's crazy.
You've converted them into dreadnoughts. That's a violation of the Treaty of Ferrixon.
While live ships have firepower comparable to a dreadnought, their primary purpose is food cultivation.
You think the Council will buy that technicality?
If need be, I'll apologize once this war is over.
And in the meantime, you're putting your civilians in danger.
Not casually, Commander. We keep them off the front lines, but we'll do whatever we must to win.
What can you tell me about Admiral Geral's heavy fleet?
It was our main military force before the war, comprised of all Quarian vessels suited for sustained combat. It can't compare to the Turian forces, of course, but we have a number of heavy frigates and advanced fighter forces.
Oof.
Which fleet does Admiral Zen command?
Special projects. It's not a fleet per se, just a few research vessels. Her technical breakthroughs have put us within striking distance of the home world.
And now they've got you pinned against the wall, getting your heads handed to
Get
you.
back to work.
Good job.
Thank you, Commander.
And forgive me if I sound sarcastic, but really, any military strategist would tell you how stupid that is. I mean, you find one technical advantage and you figure, oh great, now we can run in and win the fight. Guess what? You have no idea the capacity of your enemies or their defenses. One advantage can be broken like that. Yeah. Especially in like the concept of space combat, where a single hull breach can cripple a ship. Freaking dumbass. Oh well. I'll be fair in saying that I don't hold anything against them for trying, but really, they should have thought better about that. And what's hilarious is that under other circumstances, I'd actually have been behind their attack, but I'd already in the previous games confirmed that, yeah, we can easily acquire, we could easily have negotiated peace with the Geth because I had Legion behind me. And Legion had on his own accord acquired sentience in a sense. So he was able to go beyond his limited programming. Which we'll get to that when we get to the second game. And Tacitus is the guy I want to talk to. And I think he's actually the security guard.
Pressure's okay. No infection so far.
Can I talk to him?
Only if it's important, Commander. He's hurt bad. Take down the set.
Are you Gorek?
Go away. Nothing to say.
Not even what a terrorist's doing on the Citadel?
You!
Do I know you?
Every Batarian with someone on Eratop remembers your face.
I'm sure.
Planet that got caught in the Alpha Relay explosion.
You butchered a colony, only regret. Don't have the strength to...
I destroyed Eratot's relay to stop the Reapers from pouring through.
Easy for you to claim now that they're here. Don't pretend you haven't...
That's Harbinger's voice.
You think I didn't feel guilty? I destroyed a colony. I've thought about the people who died, about how I couldn't warn them in time. In the end, I didn't have a choice. But I'm sorry, if that means anything.
If you're so remorseful, if you have any real guilt, show some mercy. Unplug this machine. Let me join my family.
Alright, if that's what you want. That's one of those moral choices that's really sort of a gray area because you have to decide, if you really want to kill him or if you want to try and save him, but it still counts it as a paragon, which I think is kind of weird. There's Tacitus.
I recognize you. You're Commander Shepard.
And you must be Tactus. Heard the refugees consider you their leader.
Yes, someone needs to sort out this mess. CSEC has tightened access to the Citadel, and we've got desperate people down here with no place to go.
I also hear you need basic medical supplies. Dr. Chakwas spoke of a mutually beneficial trade.
I tried to be clear. In my experience, the Alliance looks out for their own. Trust is a hard thing to come by these days. I know you need our military supplies, but they're worth far more than your basic meds. Her offer wasn't satisfactory.
Your people need our supplies, and my people need every edge we can get. Your combat-grade meds will make a difference. And our mission may just save everyone. Now's not the time for pettiness or mistrust.
With our day-to-day worries, it's easy.
Alright, so we're almost done here, folks. So the battle with the Quarians should get started in the next video, which should be a whole lot of fun because lots of blowing up going on. Either way, this is the Mega Mad Cat, and I will see you all next time. But I think we're just about to wrap up here, so see you in the next installment.